As those of you who watch me know, I don't play Hunter. I personally just don't find the builds on Hunter very enjoyable, and they tend to fall off on difficult content. The only thing Hunters are known for in GMs is their invisibility, which tends to annoy me as I don't like having to stand still to do my job. Now I came across this build earlier in the season, but I was so addicted to Void Warlock it just didn't capture me then. It's definitely captured me now though. There's a lot of builds out there that claim to have infinite abilities. Heck, I've even fallen into that trap now and again. However, with this in my Warlock build, which is now linked up in the cards, I do believe these are actually infinite abilities. I swear the amount of times you need to shoot a gun on this build is very slim, and the only reason you have to is either because you missed a trip mine or a knife, or wasted a dodge. Or you need more DPS and have to shoot a heavy weapon at a target. Put simply, it's just a skill issue. I have at least 20,000 kills in a couple of days using only knife trick and trip mine grenades, and today I'm going to teach you how to do it, and how to use it effectively, even in higher level content. The best part of this build is it is season mod proof, meaning it can be used as effectively next and any further season. As always, a link will be in the description for the full dim loadout if you would like to equip this yourself. Also, right now, yes, right now, I have left the perfect time for you to leave full screen mode or whatever you're in, scroll or swipe down, and I have a challenge for you. Can we hit 1,000 likes on this video? I'd bet against it, but let's just see, because I know ask and you shall receive is a popular saying. Also, of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to hit that sub button and check out my socials in the description, including my Twitch and my Twitter. This build I have dubbed the Trip Terror. And just a quick overview of this build, you get, well, truly infinite abilities, unkillable during this season, but pretty high survivability in future seasons, 37,000 and more DPS just from abilities alone, 50% weapon damage buff at almost all times, and of course, explosions. It all starts off with the Gunslinger subclass. You are going to run your super of choice, but alpha males will only run Blade Barrage because damage! That's why. You will need Gambler's Dodge, a jump of your choosing, I recommend Triple Jump, Knife Trick, and Trip Mine Grenades. Your aspects are going to be Knock 'em Down, which is very important, giving us infinite knives on kill, as well as boosting your super's damage, and On Your Mark, which will give you max reload speed and handling very often. You may run Gunpowder Gamble if you don't want to run On Your Mark, but it will severely hinder this build, and I find the 5 fragments more useful. This of which the fragments will be Beams, Torches, Empyrean Ashes, and Singeing. These fragments will give you in order of appearance: Tracking Blade Barrage, Radiant on melee hit, Infinite Radiant, and Restoration, of course. More Scorch, aka more ignitions, and really fast dodges. I also recommend running max resilience first and then focusing on mobility. After those two are as high as possible, work on discipline. This brings us to the armor. On our helmet, we are going to run Ashes to assets, or you can switch it around to Arc and run hands-on for super on melee kills, but I find Ashes more usable. And of course, melee Wellmaker. The main machine of this build is going to be Young Ahamkara's Spine. This gives us the infinite trip mines, where not only does it buff the trip itself, but also gives energy not only on trip mine hits, but knife hits, and even ignitions, I've noticed. By itself, this exotic will give you another trip mine on one trip mine throw, and a full fan of knives. I will go further into depth of the DPS combo soon. On these, we run Impact Induction for even more grenades and Explosive Wellmaker. On our chest piece, we are going to run whatever resist mods of your choosing and Font of Might. On our boots, we run Bountiful Wells, and on our class item, I have 2 iterations. If you want more survivability and a chance at more grenades, run a Solar class item with Double Bomber and Well of Life, replacing this with seasonal mods of your choosing. And if you would like more dodges for knives, Run a stasis class item with double utility kickstart and elemental time dilation, both of which, of course, can be substituted for any of the seasonal mods that you need. For example, this season slap on classy restoration to become truly unkillable. So, how do you play this build? Well, it's a very simple ability rotation and pretty much a flowchart. You enter a room, start by throwing a grenade at some adds, kill them, pick up the 2 elemental wells that they will spawn. You now have a 25% damage buff and most of your tripmine back. Now, spam knife trick to get your grenade back, plus each knife trick kill will also spawn 2 elemental wells. If you are killing with knife trick, you will get knife trick back. Rinse and repeat. If you come to a higher health target, there is a combo that will net you 37,000 or more DPS while keeping you alive, and that ability uptime very high. Watch exactly as I do here. To explain that in words, tripmine, knife, tripmine during the ignition, and then tripmine again, and then there will be a third ignition. You should now be out of most of your abilities. If you're not, of course, throw another tripmine. Then you can dodge near the enemy to throw your knife, and then you can throw another tripmine. Continue this process until you're out of all your abilities. If this process is done correctly, you should rarely use any abilities if you always hit your target. The best part of this is that it doesn't require a kill to proc, meaning it can be used in any difficulty. Since we are rarely shooting our weapons here, your weapon slots are all open to whatever you would like to use, but I will recommend a primary with incandescent just to work with your solar, and the newly buffed Galahorn. Wait, Galahorn is buffed? Yeah, it is. Check out how up in the cards right now. I've tested this build in much high-end content and even soloed half of the corrupted Grandmaster with it before ending up dying to the ogres. It holds up very well, and with the Well of Life mod keeping you alive, or Class D Restoration for just this season, Hunters, you now have a way to outcompete the other classes. I've almost never seen something as strong before, not even my really OP Warlock build. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as well as check out my Twitch channel. I hit affiliate last month, and I do a lot of trials help and fun games with viewers on my channel, and we have a lot of laughs, so I'd appreciate you coming to check it out. As always, gamers, have a good day. And Blade Barrage is OP. Okay, bye!